Hey there, garden lovers! Before we dive into today's video, if you're passionate about growing your own plants, creating a beautiful garden, and learning all kinds of fun gardening tips, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. We've got plenty of amazing gardening content coming your way. Now let's get into today's topic, 5 valuable plants you can easily grow from seed. Starting a garden from seed is a rewarding and educational experience that allows you to cultivate your own fresh food, herbs, and flowers. While some plants can be a bit more challenging, there are plenty of easy-to-grow options that thrive when started from seed. Today, we're going to take a closer look at 5 valuable plants to grow from seed, including tips on sowing, caring for them, and the best seasons to start planting. Let's dive right in. 1. Tomatoes are a gardening staple and are loved for their versatility in cooking. If you're a beginner, tomatoes are a fantastic choice. To start tomatoes from seed, begin indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost date. This gives them a head start before planting them outside in the warm weather. Use a seed tray or small pots filled with well-draining seed starting mix, and plant the seeds about 1 4-inch deep. Keep them in a warm spot with plenty of light. An ideal temperature range for germination is 70-80 degrees. Once the seeds sprout, you'll see the seedlings develop their first set of true leaves. At this point, they're ready to be transplanted outdoors. Just make sure all frost danger has passed, which is typically 2 weeks after the last frost. When it's time to plant outside, space your tomato plants about 18 to 24 inches apart to allow good airflow between them. They love the sun, so make sure to plant them in a spot that gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day. Tomato care is relatively simple. Water them deeply at the base, prune any suckers that grow between the main stem and branches, and give them support with stakes or cages. Fertilize every 4 to 6 weeks with a balanced fertilizer to ensure they get all the nutrients they need. Quick reminder, if you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more gardening advice. We've got tons of tips coming up for you to make your garden thrive. 2. Herbs are another fantastic option to grow from seed, especially if you like cooking with fresh flavors. Basil, mint, and parsley are all easy to grow and don't require much space. Basil should be started indoors about 6 weeks before the last frost date. Use a well-draining seed starting mix and sow the seeds about 1 to 4-inch deep. Place the seed trays in a warm area with plenty of light. Basil loves the sun. Once your seedlings reach 3 to 4 inches tall, pinch off the top leaves to encourage bushier growth. Harvest your basil regularly to keep it producing new leaves. Pinch back the flowers if they appear to keep the plant focused on leaf production. Mint, while often grown from cuttings, can also be grown from seed. Sow the seeds about 1 or 8-inch deep in moist, well-draining soil. Mint thrives in both sunny and partially shaded spots and likes regular watering. Be mindful. Mint can spread quickly, so planting it in containers is a good option if you want to keep it contained. Parsley takes a bit longer to germinate, so soak the seeds overnight before sowing them about 1 to 4-inch deep. Start parsley indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost, or sow them directly outdoors once the soil has warmed. Parsley prefers cooler temperatures, so it thrives in spring or fall. Once established, you can harvest the outer leaves regularly and watch your parsley plant continue to grow all season long. 3. Lettuce is one of the easiest crops to grow from seed, and it's perfect for beginner gardeners. Start sowing leaf lettuce seeds directly into the garden as soon as the soil can be worked in early spring. Plant them about 1 4-inch deep and space them 6 to 12 inches apart. Lettuce prefers cool temperatures, so early spring or even a late summer sowing for a fall harvest works best. Lettuce grows quickly, and you can begin harvesting in about 4 to 6 weeks. You can harvest the outer leaves regularly, allowing the plant to continue producing fresh new leaves from the center. Keep the soil consistently moist, and make sure it doesn't dry out completely. Lettuce is also a low-maintenance plant, so a bit of light fertilizing every 4 to 6 weeks should be enough to keep it thriving. 4. Sunflowers are not just beautiful to look at, they're also super easy to grow from seed. Sunflower seeds should be directly sown into the garden after the last frost date when the soil has warmed up. Plant the seeds about 1 to 2 inches deep and space them 12-24 inches apart, depending on the variety. Sunflowers love full sun, so be sure to plant them in a spot where they can soak up as much sunlight as possible. Once they start growing, water sunflowers deeply during dry spells and provide some support if needed, especially for tall varieties. As they grow, deadhead spent flowers to encourage more blooms, or leave them to mature if you plan to harvest the seeds. Sunflowers also attract beneficial pollinators like bees, so planting them in your garden is a great way to support local wildlife. 5. Finally, let's talk about peppers. They can be sweet or spicy, and growing them from seed is a great way to enjoy fresh peppers throughout the season. Start your pepper seeds 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost date in well-draining seed starting mix. Sow the seeds about 1 4-inch deep and keep them in a warm location, between 70-85 degree Ks for optimal germination. Once the seedlings are large enough to handle and all danger of frost has passed, transplant them outside. Peppers need full sun and benefit from regular watering. As the plants begin to set fruit, you can switch to a fertilizer that's higher in potassium to encourage fruit development. Keep an eye out for common pests like aphids and be sure to harvest your peppers when they're fully ripe for the best flavor. Call to action. And there you have it, 5 valuable plants you can easily grow from seed. Whether you're growing tomatoes, herbs, lettuce, sunflowers, or peppers, each plant has its own special care requirements, but all of them are relatively easy for beginners. If you've enjoyed this video and want more gardening tips, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop for our latest content. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.